Hey everybody, Anthony here, SpecialtyMotorcars.net. Got another nice treat to bring you this week, folks. A gorgeous 1997 Lincoln Town Car Signature Series. This is a beautiful example of this mid-90s town car that I love. This is a 45,000 mile example. Signature Series, all trimmed out, beautiful evergreen paint. I've only had a few in this color, and this car just absolutely glows in the sun. I'm really happy to have it here. Beautiful tan canvas stay fast top, cloth top, beautiful chrome factory wheels. Just a really nice example of this mid-90s town car. This is a real sweet car. Just like that Fleetwood that I had a couple weeks ago. It's funny what a set of wheels will do for a car, as far as waking it up, as I say. And these wheels were available in 96 and 97 only. And they're a factory wheel. They call them 8-pocket chrome wheels. And they really just set these cars off. Just like that Fleetwood that I had with the factory chrome wheels that I put on. These wheels came with this car and were optioned with it, and I'm sure whoever optioned this car with these wheels knew that they were buying or optioning this car with the most beautiful set of wheels that's available for these things. Last year production for the square boxy style town car, a favored body style by many. This is kind of like the end of the era when cars had a little bit of style and personality. I don't have to go on and on. You know how I feel about these town cars. I absolutely love them. I love them with the canvas tops. I love them in beautiful colors like this. Got the nice Signature Series script on the roof. But those wheels, just look at them with brand new white wall tires. That stainless trim over the rear wheel wells, front wheel, all four wheel wells. She's a 45,000 mile example. A real nice clean car. You can see the paint on the car is in really nice shape. The reflection of the tree in the background. We did just go through this car, serviced it. 4 brand new white wall tires. When I got this car in, it still had the original Michelin XW4s from 97. It's funny because I bought this car from the estate of the original owner, and the son that I bought it from was a mechanic, and he said, I always took great care of my dad's car. Well, it had the original tires, ball joint boots were ripped on it, needed a few other things. So I went through this car and I did a lot of work to this car. Like I said, 4 brand new tires on it, thin pinstripe white walls, 4-wheel brakes on the car, did upper and lower ball joints on both sides. I think I replaced a Blendor motor, a Blendor actuator. Yeah, that's the car. This is the car I did that in. All types of service just to get this car back up and perfect. Gonna go around, show you a few blemishes here and there, a few minor things. Again, you can see how beautiful this paint is. Still got the original dealer tag on the back here. But she does show a few little blemishes here and there, and I am that transparent dealer out there that wants to show you exactly what you're looking at. So let me go around and point out a few things. You can see in the pockets of the wheels, very minor pitting. I think it's very common, but you can see inside the wheel wells, very clean. Frame rails and stuff like that, also very clean. Stainless fender trim is in nice shape. All the doors nice and straight. And down the side here, it's like a little minor scratch right there. A couple little minor chips, nothing too crazy. Mirrors in nice shape. Does have these stick-on, what do you call those? Convex mirrors. 97, so it's got the emblem on the fender here. Let's see here, there's a little, tiny little, I don't know if I can get my camera to focus. Anyways, tiny little Just a little chip in the glass there. Otherwise, glass is in nice shape. Does look like this molding may have come loose at one time, and it was, you know, re-adhered. One of the other things I noticed, you can see right here a little bit of corrosion on the hood. Now this is an aluminum hood. There's one spot there, there's another spot right there. I think there was one on an edge somewhere. All original paint on this hood. Just unfortunately these are aluminum hoods. Ford did it for obviously weight reduction. Somewhere, oh yeah, right there. Real hard to see it, but yeah, with the sun right on it, you can see a little bit of corrosion there. Just a common spot for these to actually corrode. I've seen it a few times on these cars. One of those things that, you know, what do? You fix it and paint the hood. It's really not that noticeable unless you point it out. So I just pointed out. Anyways, another beautiful chrome wheel. This one's in really nice shape. Doesn't have any corrosion on the insides. Again, on the bottom of the fender is really clean. It does have, let me cast my shadow over it. You might be able to see it, a scratch that was touched up right there. A little bit of a ding right in the fender right there. Come around the front. Headlights are in beautiful shape. Very minor chips, you know, regular road debris chips. A few of them on the face of the bumper, some bug marks. A little spot right there looks like it used to be sap. Unfortunately, it's there still, done its damage. Chrome on the grill is in really nice shape. Hood ornament, again, just minor little chips, you know, in some random spots. Bumper on this side's nice. All the chrome rub strips are in really nice shape on this car. Come down this side, you get that tan painted stripe. Chrome fender trim. Another one of those 16-inch chrome 8-pocket wheels. But again, you can see a little bit of corrosion just on the inside there. Come down the side. Again, the mirror glass is in real nice shape. Gasket is good. A little bit, looks like it's a little bunched up. I think it's, you know, just kind of catching the door a little bit there. Very, very minor little chips. You know, just a few odds and ends. And on the edge there, right there. Doors are nice and straight. From one fender arch there. Another chrome 8-pocket. Again, a few little marks of corrosion on the inside, but very clean inside. You know, these are very common to start to rust in here. All that is in really nice shape, no rust. Again, beautiful cloth top on this car. This is Stay Fast canvas. It's in really nice shape, nice and clean. No abnormal, like, you know, staining or anything like that. I did notice on a few spots, it's on this back trim here. It looks like this may have come loose at one time. The stitching for this finish piece here. And it looks like it was glued down or repaired. Come around this side. You know, you can see kind of a few little spots where it was re-adhered down. It's nice and firm now. All the rest of it's in nice shape. Actually, there was another spot. Yeah, right here, just on the edge, you can see that. But aside from those few little flaws on the outside, this car really does show nicely. Taillights are in nice shape. Does have some real slight, like, kind of hazing in the back bumper. So I believe the back bumper, at least maybe the upper half, was painted at one time. It shows really, you know, well in pictures, but when you get right up on it, you can see a little crazing. The chrome is in nice shape. You can see me pretty well. I am porking up a little bit. Very minor scuffs on the corner of the bumper here. I think, yeah, right here. Very light indent. You guys know me. I'm not trying to overpick this car or overanalyze it. I might be, I don't know. But I like to show you exactly what I'm looking at here. Obviously, I can miss some things, but I do try to pick up pretty much on everything. Anyways, let's take a look at the inside of this town car. We'll open the hood and the trunk, and then we'll take it for a spin. All right, let's take a look inside this beautiful 97 Lincoln. Open it up, you can see a beautiful shade of I think they called it like a prairie tan or like medium prairie. It's kind of like a tan or a, I don't know, brownish color we'll go with. But a real nice, clean, well-preserved signature series. See, all the upholstery is in really nice shape. Even the buttons. The buttons don't show wear, like the lettering worn off. Speaker grills are always in nice shape. One thing I noticed is like the chrome kind of wore off this. I've seen that happen before, like the cap of it pops off, but it's really just a chrome layer that's on these switches. But everything works, seat works perfectly. Has little door pocket cubbies all inside the door jambs, really nice shape. Even over here you can see it still has a gold anodizing on the latches, all inside the jambs. Carpeting is really nice, presentable. Come inside here, you can see a beautiful leather wrapped wheel, all the audio controls and stuff like that on the steering wheel, wipers, road sensing or steering sensitive adjustment for the power steering, automatic headlights, digital dash. We'll show you all that stuff in a little bit. Leather seat on this side's nice. It does have some, you know, creasing or, you know, leather wear, as I would say. No rips, splits, tears, or anything like that. Just wearing in like a nice pair of leather shoes, I guess you could say. Come around to the back here. Again, inside that door jamb. Look at those latches. That's crazy. No corrosion or anything. Usually those get a little corroded. Stored panels in the back here, all in nice shape. These are obviously permanently closed. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I do that when they don't stay closed. They're spring actuated. Usually the spring breaks. Back seat is absolutely perfect. Looks like very few passengers in the back here. Carpeting is in really nice shape. One thing you'll notice with the 97s that they did away with, the earlier cars, 95, 96, had a little pull handle right here, just like an assist handle. 97, they did away with that. They did away with a lot of little things. 95, this was carpeted or, you know, cloth cover like a felt. These Lincoln insignias were chrome plated. By 97, they were starting to kind of wind down production of these cars. So they did a few things and made a few changes that kind of cheapened them up a little bit. But it is what it is. Again, all that nice anodizing inside the jam is really nice and clean. Reminds you every time you get in what you're driving. One thing that is kind of weird, they cheapened a lot of stuff out, but they added in 97 was the cup holder in the back here. 97 was the only year that was even available. See, the headliner's in nice shape. Original headliner, it looks like. Carpeting, real clean. Again, that beautiful soft leather interior. Inside this jam, nice and clean. Those locks and latches look absolutely brand new. Leather seat on this side is in nice shape. Beautiful leather, Lincoln Star embroidered on there. Again, nice and soft leather. Carpeting is in really nice shape, fresh and shampooed. Does have a auxiliary port down here. Also one right up in the ashtray area there with a cigarette lighter that's been unused. It did have right here, it had a cell phone, and you can kind of see it, a little fluff there. These were where the cell phone was mounted. And I think they had a power cord coming out here. So they made a little slit in the carpet there and had the phone mounted down there. One thing I did notice, I'll leave that there. Bless this car. And bless the next owner of this car. Oh, one thing while I'm over here, let me show you. Do have a few things. The original owner's manual. This is a lock for locking lug nuts, but the car doesn't have locking lug nuts on it. There's this little pocket secretary, and I'm kind of like superstitious when it comes to cars. And this is kind of a cute little thing that obviously the original owner made out, but you know, it lists all the medicines that the person was on. You know, doctor's visits, doctor checkups. Now, these are from the 90s. I have a hard time throwing stuff like this away. So I usually leave stuff like this in the cars. You know, contacts and I think there was even in the back here, like, you know, all types of handwritten notes. You know, called and left a message, yada, yada, yada. So I don't know. I leave stuff like this in the car because obviously the previous owner, you know, that was their life, I guess you could say. But let's take a look. We'll jump in the car here. Actually, I forgot to do this door panel. Real clean door panel. Door pocket cubby like they all have. All the wood trim is in nice shape. Speaker grill, perfect. I mean, the latches and the locks and stuff like that. Really gently used interior of this town car. I'm gonna pop the hood. Hood's already popped, actually. Gonna pop the trunk. We're gonna take a look inside there and we'll take it for a spin. All right, we're gonna start this town car up. Before I start up, I wanna show you all the keys I have. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. There's a little grid tie on there, tying the spare keys together, but I do have 2 of the original Lincoln jewel keys, 2 of the remotes, and a bunch of spare aftermarket keys, but we'll start this town car up. 45,493 miles. Ice cold air conditioning. JBL sound.
HAV meter.
It's actually kind of unique that this button still works. Tiny little tidbit about these cars. Usually this button never works. And really you can't actually shut the radio off. You just have to turn the volume down because it doesn't stick. But that one obviously still works. Clock up in the middle. All your temperature controls on the bottom here. Volume controls for the stereo system. And then this is all cruise control related. Lamps, automatic, all that stuff. It does have the memory seat function, which is kind of neat. Like I said, we're gonna pop that trunk. I already popped the hood. Then we'll take a look under the hood, the 4.6, and in the trunk. In the trunk, it does have the optional full-size spare on an XW4 tire. This is a used wheel, so it looks like maybe they must have swapped at one point. But it is a full-size chrome matching wheel. All the trunk carpeting is in nice shape. A little bit of a stain right here. Not really sure what that is. It does have all 4 floor mats. A little bit of wear on the driver's side. Does have the hook there. Trunk pull down works perfectly. Come up to the front here. You can hear how whisper quiet this 4.6 is. Real clean inside the engine bay here. Like I said, we did go through this car. New upper and lower ball joints. Very common at these. The boots tear on. They weren't worn out. They were just in need of replacement because they would wear out prematurely. Fresh oil change. But you can see here all the lines. Very minor surface rust on a few things. This car came out of Maryland. Was it Maryland or Virginia? Geez, I don't even remember. Anyways, let's take this pretty girl for a ride. So some of you might ask me, is the phone system, was it a factory phone? It was not a factory phone in this car. It was an aftermarket phone. That's why that mark is there. The factory phones would have gone inside the center console here, these flip open consoles. But this is an aftermarket phone with the antenna. You can see it on the back window there. The antenna is still on the car, and it says on the antenna Bell Atlantic Mobile or Marbell or something like that. I mean, kind of gives you an idea and dates you a little bit. Another thing that some of you might wonder is, why the heck am I taking pictures over here? First time I've ever taken pictures. The place that I normally take my pictures and video, I didn't really realize, but it's actually a driveway for a private business. I thought it was a street and like it wasn't just it wasn't used much. So during the week, it's kind of tough to do it over there. Usually I do my pictures on weekends. So I found a new place. And the other thing I didn't really notice, until I had a few people mention it, was that in all my videos, you can kind of hear the highway right behind me. I was right behind the highway. one of the things with this building, though. It's got the reflection. You can see the reflection of your car driving by. I do like driving by here. This car is just an absolute gorgeous piece. Real excited to have it. So just to recap, like I said, I went through this car, 4 brand new white wall tires, replaced the original XW4s that were on this car. Front and rear pads and rotors. Original brakes never been touched. At least the rotors were still original because they still had the little retainer clip on the one of the studs. So did 4-wheel pads and rotors, upper and lower ball joints in the front. Very common, the ball joints, boots on these cars wear out and just decompose over time. So I do pretty much ball joints on almost all these cars now. Ball joints, did a blend door actuator. You know, just another example of how I don't skimp when it comes to servicing the cars. You know, I do go above and beyond, you know, to make these cars, you know, as new as they can be for being as old as they are. You know, there's always subjective, you know, preventative maintenance stuff that can be done. You know, the hoses are probably the original hoses on the car, but, you know, they're in good shape. They're not, you know, leaking or anything like that. You know, I kind of leave some of that stuff up to the next buyer. But I go through, I do a lot of the big stuff, and, you know, I tell it like it is and I show it like it is. I'm really proud of that. My father and I we have a good little team system going on up here, and we're really excited to keep bringing cars like this, you know, out to the public and bringing them up to snuff and, you know, showing them off the way they are and meeting a lot of people along the way. So with that, we're going to cruise back to the shop here with this town car. She shifts beautifully all through all the gears. It's really a pleasure to drive. One of the other things I actually should mention, I almost forgot, is this car doesn't have air ride suspension in it anymore. I didn't even know that in driving the car until we put it up in the air to do the work. Someone had just replaced the rear airbags with coil springs, new rear shocks in the back as well, and even bypassed the trouble light. So honestly, I've said it a few times before, you really can't even tell when these cars don't have air. It's something that, you know, I guess you get used to, but I didn't even pick up on it. So it's not something that I'd really go crazy about. Obviously, all the parts are still hanging out in the back, the solenoids, if you wanted to put airbags back in the car. I don't know if the air compressor works. It's really hard to test that without the complete system and new bags and stuff in there. So let's head back to the shop. Gonna have a couple new videos coming up for you after this one. Some real exciting road trips going on this weekend. We'll bring you in for that when it happens. I don't want to give too much of a secret away, but I kind of already dropped a hint on it on one of my previous videos anyways. But 97 Lincoln Town car, 45,000 original miles, signature series, Evergreen on like a canvas, tan colored canvas top, beautiful chrome 8 pocket wheels, really a pretty car. My name is Anthony. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner. Give me a thumbs up if you really enjoy the video, or at least enjoy the cars. Maybe you hate me, I don't know. I've realized I do have some haters out there, but you know, every little bit, comment, like, share, subscription helps boost my YouTube channel and recommends my videos to other people. And I'm really excited that I've been meeting so many great people out there that absolutely adore and love these cars, just for, you know, the same reason that I do. Price of this car, we're going to be advertising this car at $10,995. Give me a call, 978-930-1004 if you have any questions. And please, don't let distance stop you from getting a dream car like this in your driveway. I can handle all the logistics, getting cars from my location to your location, door to door. I can handle that all. Give me a call. Anthony here, Specialty Motor Cars. We'll talk to you on the next one.